not lying. It's commercial real estate.
This is a tree. This is a tree.
This is why you have attorneys.
Morning breaks beyond the night, and she's a world away. Through crowded streets, this quiet hooded stranger makes her way. Lost in this moment is where I want to stay. This can't be broken. We need to find a way.
That's it. That is the series finale of Rossmann Realty. Before we get started with anything else, I just think it's really important, and I just want to preface, I mean, in the most positive way possible, to give a big middle finger to every single lying broker.
And just know it's not me. It's the way it's listed. That's how I get it.
But did you
So
post
that's
the ad or did they post the ad?
No, you see, they told
Why the fuck you lying?
They're not lying. It's commercial real estate.
What was this? How many square feet?
Yep, I got you. 2,500.
All right, 2,500. Okay, front section is 472. Let's see. I mark up my prices, but I also don't lie about the shit that I'm selling and claim it's something it's not.
They're not lying. It's commercial real estate.
See?
Right, but you're not going to find anything. They're not lying. It's commercial real estate.
It's standard in this industry for people to do X, Y, and Z. One of the emails I sent to my attorney at the end of this process when she said that she thought something was obnoxious or ridiculous, I said that this entire experience was over-the-top ridiculous, and its combination of shameful dilapidation of commercial rental property, dishonesty of agents and landlords and brokers, immorality, but above all, the nonchalant way everyone hand-waves it away as business as usual without ever observing their role and adding to the dumpster fire of it all. No one ever questions whether their complacency with the status quo is the reason that the system is the way it is. There's nothing you could tell me that would surprise me with regards to Manhattan commercial real estate. I lived here all my life, started my business from scratch, met all the grifters and scammers, but nothing continues to amaze me like the degree to which Manhattan commercial real estate takes all of these individual, undesirable qualities of humanity and bundles them up with a nice little bow in an institutionalized fashion and calls it a market. And the reason I say that in a positive way is if you've been watching this entire time, I think the lesson to take away from this is that when you're dealing with high-pressure salespeople or people that say this is the best deal you're going to get or this is normal, this, that, and the other, look around a little bit before you take that word as gospel, especially if you think that there's something strange about it, because you may end up in a situation like mine where every single place I went, everybody said I was ridiculous, and not only did I get a good deal, but I actually got a better deal than the deal that I had 8 years ago. I'm in a better location. It's in better condition, and it's actually less per square foot than this was 8 years ago. So even before no adjustment for inflation, it's still a better deal. Adjusting for inflation, it's a much better deal. And it's one of those things that if I had just listened to the naysayers, if I had listened to the people who supposedly were the most experienced, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. But that's about that. And the other thank you that I really wanted to give out here is to the actual employees of this store. About 3 weeks ago, when they saw that this was starting to take a toll on me stress-wise, that it was, how to plan the space, how to, just trying to deal with the lying managing agents and brokers and realtors and so on and so forth, Steve and two other people showed up and they said, you realize that we are not miserable here. I mean, we joke, but you don't have to do this. Nobody here is going to leave. Nobody here is saying behind their back, screw this place, I can't fit, even though, as I said, we have half the square footage per person as is recommended grazing for chickens, and that genuinely meant a lot to me because I hadn't even mentioned anything to them, and they just came up to me and said we would be okay just staying here, just so you know, you don't have to do this for us, and that meant a lot to me. So that is about it, and I took most of your suggestions here, and I decided to start one of those GoFundMe pages. So if you think that the content here has produced value for you and you've actually been able to learn something that you can translate into making money, there's a link down below. I hope to post some moving videos. We're going to do maybe some construction videos, planning videos, all sorts of stuff. But for the next month and a half, do bear with me. We're not going to have much in terms of data recovery, board repair, or anything else, because this is going to take up a good amount of my time. So if I happen to sneak any of those in, that is, that's an extra, but just don't expect any of that until, let's say, I would say at least January. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this entire process. Thank you for being a viewer over the past 7 years. And as always, I hope you learned something.
You're now live. Commercial real estate.